Hello, Serge here for the Backyard Driving Range. Alright, we have a letter that came in today from Sid Cormier. And Sid says, Dear Don, been using PPG for 4 years now with good results and referring my friends to it. Thanks a lot. We need that help. I mean, we need to keep growing this nation to keep surviving. And because we make our money selling in golf instruction and video. The dailies are free, but the true intensity and details of what the setup of the swing are in the manuals and all the videos and all those and all those videos go in depth in everything. That's why most of the videos are over an hour in them, because we take you through the whole concept of the setup, why we do it, and the swing, why we do things. Because I believe that knowledge and understanding gives you commitment and conviction. These dailies are only just to hit some points and ask some little answer questions, give you little tips, or now I'm getting you to send in your own words how things have helped you. But if you really want to learn the PPGS swing, you can't truly learn it here, because the answers aren't here. You got to get in and learn the intricacies of it. I think I got it right that time. Because why? As you know, the whole world's on that side of the street, we're on this side, and we're really not there's nowhere near the middle here. And as you know, I say the setup determines the motion, and we differ in the setup to make the different motion, which is the vertical swing, the body-friendly swing. So you got to get into the performance manuals and all the videos if you really want to get in and learn the things, including what involves with this question right here. Again, Sid Cormier says, Don, been using PPG for 4 years now with good results, referring all my friends to it. That's how we're going to grow, and also need you all to help us find peak performance PGA pros and any pros that can want to get certified to learn this swing, because the more we can get out there, the more you can get some hands-on instruction from somebody that knows what they're doing about it. Because as you all know, this swing is different from everything else, but it works, body-friendly, and it hits better shots. He said, we live in a mountainous region of Northern California, and many good shots land on side hill, downhill, or uphill lies. Shortening my backswing tends to help, but any other concise comments on side hill, downhill, and uphill lies would help. Thanks, Sid. Okay. All right, Sid, I can do a little bit of that there. Actually, the backyard here is a little unlevel. That's why sometimes I hit a lot of thin shots, because I'm actually on a downhill lie right now. See, I have a big height. My backyard back here is the very top of my backyard there is probably at least 2 feet higher than what my head is standing here right now. Water drains down there, comes right through here, goes right over to where my camera is. My camera's sitting on a little brick wall that has 3 steps down into my driveway, which is where our cars are parked right there. Just about, my car is like 5 feet from the front of my car is 5 feet from that camera right now. And everything flows right through here. So I'm on a downhill lie. That's why a couple of you have written in and said, why is that piece of wood underneath there? It's trying to level me off. I think I need more, because I'm still downhill too much, and I tend to have a problem of falling into the ball a little bit and hit a lot of thin shots. And every now and then a hosel rocket off this, because I'm downhill. So I can certainly discuss downhill lie here. But let's start with the easiest ones. Side hill lie. All right? I know people standing there and say, okay, ball above my feet, the ball goes left, if you're a right-handed player, right? So I'm going to talk in right-handed terms now. Let's make it really simple. Assuming I have a side hill lie. This is my lie. The target is the camera. So I got it here this way. So when I'm standing here to hit, the ball is above my feet. Well, the easiest way to remember is just get behind the ball, look at the ball, and the slope, the way the hill is sloped, the ball is going to curve that way. Now, how much you aim out to the right, that's what you got to figure out through trial and error. All right? But basically, the key was, if you're a right-handed player, you aim to the right. If you're a lefty, you're aiming to the left for how much you're gauging that the ball is going to pull. All right? There's some other, so that's that case. If you're a right-handed player and the ball and the slope is this way, hitting towards the camera, all right? So now you'd have to do what? The ball's going to be below your feet, so you got to aim to the left. Now, normally whenever I have any type of side hill or uphill lies, especially side hill and downhill lies, uphill and downhill lies, I'm going to get there and I'm going to get right beside the ball and make a practice swing and really feel, how much do I have to adjust my setup? I'm going to talk about that in a second. And then if I'm downhill, where will that stop pushing me forward and into the ball? Or if I'm uphill, so to speak, like here, all right, where is it going to stop pushing me back? Because in both of those cases, I have to make sure that I'm going to make a setup position, maybe have to adjust my sternum at the ball someplace and adjust it so that I will make sure that without a doubt, I will be over the ball until I make impact. Because if I'm falling away falling into it, I could bounce the club off the ground, even whiff it maybe. So I have to make sure that I'm going to get into a setup that's going to help do that. All right, so we know, therefore, if I got a slope this way, right to left for a right-hander, left to right for a lefty, if the lefty's going this way to the camera, that I got to aim to the right or the left, and it's going to be a pull. All right, and might even pull hook. All right, so again, you got to go play those shots and try to figure it out. But know that when you stand behind looking at the ball to the target, with the ball between you and the target, that the ball goes in the direction of the slope. Uphill, downhill. Now those are the two really tough ones. If you're uphill and you're in the peak performance setup, which is your backside lower, right for a righty, left for a lefty, this is really easy, right? I'm just swinging with the slope. Again, depending on how much the slope is, you'll always tend to be pushing you backwards a little bit, hit the ball a little bit late. There's a high tendency for pulling it. So you might want to aim a little bit more right and just make a normal swing. But again, I would let's adjust. Let's say this is my ball position, right? My ball's right there. If I'm right here in my setup and I start to fall back, that ball's definitely going left and very high, likely. High and left, bad left. We'll probably have a pretty good draw. So I might try to either A, get my weight a little bit more forward, or feel like I get my whole body a little bit more forward, and so I can get there and hit the ball and make sure that my sternum is going to stay put to impact, okay? Conversely, if I'm going the other way, now this is the biggie you got to watch, all right? Now I'm going to open up my body more to the camera so you can see this. When you get downhill, okay, this is a contradiction to the original setup. If you get a downhill lie and you even sometimes a little downhill lie, and you get into your preloaded heavy right, you're going to very likely bottom out, and might even bottom out enough where you might hit the ground and whiff the ball with the club jumping right over the ball, or blading right into the ball and hitting a rocket over there somewhere to the side or whatever. So you have to make sure that on a downhill lie, sometimes you're going to put the ball back a little bit more, and you're going to try to level your shoulders off, and you need to take those practice swings that when you level those shoulders off and your back arm straightens up, that you're right at the impact point, and again, that this sternum, wherever you're starting, is staying put, so you can return the club where the ball is as you set it up, so that the base impact below your sternum is right there to make that point happen. Okay, so you're very likely, both the uphill, downhill, any of these shots, you want to maintain your outward pressure with the knees. Keep your swing, your knees real quiet, because no matter where they are at that point, however you set up, a little bit more back if it's uphill, or a little bit more level if it's downhill, or whatever, that you maintain that angle so you can return the club back, because the level knees, or however they're set, they stay where they were set, so that the sternum stays set, so that the club will be returned to below where it started, where the sternum is, to hit the ball relatively solid and good, and make a good swing. Okay, so these are some tips. As I stated earlier in the beginning of the video, we have a video out there called situational shots. I go through all kinds of shots. I go through hitting them. One case I have to go under one tree and up over another tree with a shot that I'm just hitting back to the fairway, because the ball was way in the jungle. I mean, I practice those now and then. I really don't ever hit them there, but people ask me about it, so I practice it. But I hit a shot like that. I hit out a rough this high. I hit out a rough this high. I hit all kinds of shots. I hit one off a cart path. Picked one right off a cart path. Hit him off hard pan. Everything. Situational shots is phenomenal. It walks everyone through with adequate time, definition of the setup and the swing to hit that shot, and the thoughts you got to go through to analyze it. Okay, in terms of the grass, how it's growing, etc. All of that's in situational shots, and then it would be really good at some point to add to that working the ball, because once you know how your body has to swing and what you got to do to make the club hit draws and hooks intentionally, that takes situational shots to another level also. So like I said, the dailies can help you. They're little tips, but if you got to get into the core of all of this stuff, and learn the setup and the swing and the foundations of everything in the setup and the swing, to be able to do even the things we talk about here. So get in here and get some of those things. You'll be surprised. There's some great stuff in there. All right, we got some great teachers that help me out in all these videos, and so do yourself a favor, get all of those, and then you'll see how much more these dailies can really help you. All right, that's it for the search for today on Side Hill Lies. And with that, you've learned to master your side hill lies. You'll be making better swings, hitting better shots, and shooting those lower scores. That's it for the search for today, and I'll be talking with you all again soon.